Hello and welcome to this edition of Life of Pyro, my YouTube blog. And if you didn't know, you hadn't already guessed it, my name is Pyro. Now, I am presenter of the Rock Monster Show and podcast creator on Rock Island Radio UK. That is my main thing, music. But I decided to start these blogs to talk about my relationship with this lady I have met on the internet, amongst other things. For this edition of the show, we are still looking at internet love. Is it real or is it fake? And yes, it is. In my case, it is very real. Now, I am quite savvy. Some people, I got to say, still are skeptical about our relationship. I've been disowned by a couple of members of family, and I have lost a few friends over it, but our love is real, and we have decided to meet. Now, Ava lives in the USA. She comes from Kentucky. That's not her real name, but that's the name she likes to be known as. Let me show you her picture. Well, this is Ava. She's a really lovely lady. Yes, she's a bit alternative. She's a little bit witchy, but she's a really nice lady. And some of my friends just don't get it. They said, how can you fall in love with a lady you've never met? Well, I have. Well, I'm currently going through a divorce. Now, I've known Ava since February. I'm not going to go into why I am getting divorced. That's private. But I am getting divorced, and Ava is widowed. We have decided to meet. Now, I am flying to Florida on the 4th of December, and we are going to spend a week together. Now, we know we got a bright future together. Now, I have fallen madly in love with this little lady. She's so sweet and so nice, and you wouldn't believe how kind she was. Now, we talked also, before I get on to this, so we are going to meet. Before I get on to what I'm also going to say in a minute. Now, we have talked about relocating. Now, if you meet somebody from a different country, one of you will need to relocate. Well, at first we thought that would be Ava. That's what the plans were before we'd even met, because we know we should be together. I firmly believe it's not a coincidence that we met. We met on Facebook. We've fallen madly in love with each other. She's a really nice lady, and I don't believe it was just a coincidence. I believe I have come into her life for a reason, and I believe she has come into my life for a reason as well, and that is why we're planning to be together. Well, we are going to meet in Florida, and we are guessing that we're going to find out for sure. But we have decided that I will relocate to the USA. Now, I will retire in 5 years' time. And I plan, when I retire, if everything goes to plan, I am going to move to Kentucky to be with Ava. Now, her life is very different to mine. I live in Sandown on the Isle of Wight. It is a little sleepy seaside town. Well, it is sleepy in the winter anyway, particularly on a wild night like we've got today. And I am going to live in a town called Sandy Hook in Kentucky. Well, outside of town. Ava lives in the sticks. She's a country girl. That is a very, very different lifestyle to what I live. But I'm going to do that when I retire, because we have deep feelings for each other. I have a lot in common with Ava. She likes my music. I'm into rock music. She likes rock music. We like the same TV programs, and we like the same things. Now, my lifestyle has changed drastically since I met Ava. I'm doing a lot more hours. I'm unfortunate that there's a lot of overtime going in my line of work, and there's always overtime, and I have been doing doing extra hours to save for my future. Like I said, I am going to retire in 5 years' time, and we are going to be together. But let's go through some of the things that we have been doing. This may help you if you're planning on meeting your partner. If you've met a partner on the internet like we have, this is what we have been doing. The first thing you need to do is talk every day. We talk on Facebook Messenger all the time, several times a day even. And we spend our time together. We laugh, we have fun, and we romance. We romance quite a lot. I have developed very, very deep feelings for Ava, and I think she's wonderful, and I really believe she's the right woman for me. So this is what I have been doing, what we have been doing. Firstly, like I just said, you need to talk all the time, and that we do. Now, you need to build up some evidence for your immigration, and it doesn't matter which way you're going. Now, we have decided to exchange letters, which we do, so it builds up a record that we're in contact. You need to meet at least once. Well, I'll be doing more than that. I'm meeting Ava in Florida, going to spend a week with her in December. Now, in May next year, I'm going to Kentucky. I'm going to spend a week with Ava in Sandy Hook in a little house in the sticks. And that would be sort of be like a trial for me to see how we get on. Then Ava is going to come back with me to the UK for 3 weeks. And I will go and see Ava in Kentucky again at the end of October next year. And this is what we intend to do for the next 3 to 4 years, 5 years even. I am going to go to Kentucky twice a year. To get into the USA, I need to get a green card. And it's not too bad actually. We are going to apply for it. Well, Ava, for those people who said she was scamming me, and there's still some people that saying that she is, guess who's paying for my green card? No, it ain't me. It's Ava. She has decided to pay for my green card because she wants to help me. Because it takes so long, I'm going to apply for my green card in about 2 years' time. And that's leading up to when I retire. And she's paying for it. She's going to hire an attorney to make sure everything gets sorted. And I firmly believe we are meant to be together, and it will come together. Now, for the next few years, we will be only seeing each other a few times a year, but we will be romancing in between over the internet like we have been doing, and I firmly believe it will work. Some people are skeptical. Well, like I said, some members of my family have been, but everyone in Ava's family have accepted me. They are neutral at the moment. They've seen their mum is happy, and she went through a bereavement, by the way, so she has been through a lot as well. We're not going to go through what happened in both our circumstances, so it's only to say that she needed somebody, and so did I, and it's worked for us. It really has. So internet love is real, and we are going to be together one day. But it's going to be a long, drawn-out process. But yeah, internet love is real. And sometimes you have to take a chance. Well, I'm going to be 62 next month. And I've got nothing to lose. My life, how many years I've got left? Who knows? Nobody knows that. But I know I'm going to take a jump at happiness. And I firmly believe it'll work. So for us, it's worked. Now, I'm going to stop talking now. My last one went on a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. But I'm going to stop talking. I'm just going to say once again that internet love is real. For me and Ava, it's worked. We really love each other. I think she's the most amazing woman I've ever met. And she really is. She's so versatile, so kind, so funny. She's caring. She's everything I want in a woman. And I can't wait to meet her. I'm going to meet her for the first time in 45 days' time. And I can't wait. And I believe it's going to work. And yeah, and when I do my next video blog, I'm going to do it from Florida. So you're going to get to meet her. So I'm going to sign out now. If you didn't see my first video, I put a link underneath this. But I'm going to promote my podcast as ever. Don't forget to look at Rock Island Radio UK on your favourite podcast platforms. Now, I present the Rock Monster Show, which goes out on the radio station as well as my podcast. And I do other shows that just check it out. I do 70s, 80s, country, all sorts. So if you want to check out my podcast, search Rock Island Radio UK on your favourite podcast platform or follow the link below and you can check it out. And I strongly recommend you do. And when I do go to Kentucky to live, my podcast is coming with me. And it's going to be changing names. And because I'm going to be living in the sticks, in the backwoods as you like, it's going to change to Backwoods Radio Kentucky. Anyway, signing out now. I'll speak to you next time I do one of these from Florida in 6 weeks or so's time.